What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host of Art for Change podcast, Mister Sapiosexual, and my co-host is.
You already know it's your boy BheeYou because that's already, that's all you got to do.
Hey, this your boy AB. How y'all doing today?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
I'm doing all
Hey,
right.
today we got the aspiring writer who's also a Navy vet. My man Marshall is coming on the stage with us tonight, man. What's up, Marshall, man? Let's big him on up.
What's going on, guys? How y'all
What's up,
doing?
man? Spotlight on you today, Marshall. We're gonna put you in the big
Oh
screen.
boy.
All right,
Well,
Matt had a. Let's start from the
Man,
beginning.
had a Marshall. I love that.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Where are you from? Like your roots. Where are your core roots from?
Rhode Island, outside of Providence,
And you lived most of your life there.
until I was 17.
Okay. How was it growing up in Rhode Island? Because I ain't really never been there. That's out my zone.
Uh, Cold during the winters, hot during the summers. Smallest state in the biggest country. For the longest time, it was the smallest state with the biggest name, because it was Rhode Island and Providence Plantations.
And hold on, what's Providence Plantations? What's that? That
I
trigger a
don't
little
know
something.
the whole history of it and everything, but I know it goes back to the Industrial Revolution, and the cotton gin was created in my home city of Pawtucket and everything. That's where the Industrial Revolution started.
Mm.
The
So
cotton gin was at Slater Mill.
okay, did you grow up in like a two-parent home, like
Uh,
mom and dad?
I have my life actually broke down in sections.
Okay, explain.
Uh, my dad was a Navy vet himself. Met my mom as kids in the high school or something around there. He was older. And next thing you know, they had me. She went down to Delaware, was there with me as a baby, and then came back to Rhode Island. So then it was just me and her for a while. And then she met a guy, married him. She had my sister. And then that worked out for a little while. And then after that, she met another guy, and he had 5 kids of his own. So then at the age of 8, there was 7 of us, so 9 of us in the family. From
Well,
8, once I turned 8.
all right, so you said your dad was in the Navy as well.
Yes,
So
but
you're saying you was in the Navy.
yes,
So you said you was
my
in.
father, not my dad.
All right, your father. Okay, all right,
Any
correct
man
it.
can be a father. It takes a real man to be a dad.
Okay, correct it. I like. I
Hey, I
like
love
that.
that.
Correct it.
Hey, repeat that one more time. He said correction. I didn't say my biological father. He said my dad. Get that right.
All right, so you said he was in the Navy as well, which says you was in the Navy. Is that why you left at 17 to join the
No,
Navy? Okay.
I wanted to be a Marine.
Oh, so
I,
how did that transpire?
I always knew I was going to be served. I wanted to be a president, or I wanted to astronaut, or I wanted to be something like that, and I knew that was a good stepping stone towards that dream.
Okay, so you went to a recruiter to go be a Marine and ended up in the
No,
Navy?
I went to a recruiter to be a Marine, and then they wanted my parents' signature, and my mom said, "I'm not signing your death certificate." I said, "This was back in 2000." She said, "I'm not signing your death certificate." I said, "Okay." I said, "I'm going to join the Navy instead." So I joined the Navy.
And how was basic training back then compared to now?
I don't know what it's like now, so I really can't say.
So was it hard? Well, you went to the Navy. It wasn't too hard. No, no. Was it
I went
hard
to
to
the.
you?
I found it fun.
That's what I tell people. It's the most fun I never want to have again.
It was really fun. If you enjoy like running around and get dirty and like going through obstacle courses and swimming and then doing it organizedly and like you know the lack of sleep sucks, but like everything else, it's kind of some fun.
So it was easy. Boot camp was easy for you, like the separation from you and your family and all that.
That was easy. Yes, I always knew I was going to do it.
Yeah,
Even as a kid, I was collecting war cards. I was collecting sports cards and war cards, like jets and military vehicles and armored tanks and stuff like that. They had these Desert Storm cards that they made and everything that I remember collecting.
oh yeah. So yeah, it wasn't no change in your mind, pretty much.
There was always going that way. It was just the course corrections as it went around.
Okay, so throughout your route going through the military process, did you ever want to like quit, go back? Did you ever feel like, yeah, fuck this shit?
Yes, everybody does.
What was your breaking point? Was it soon in, or it took a longer time?
I don't know.
Okay. So with being in the military, what was your hobby other than doing military stuff? Like, what did
Honestly,
you?
it was drinking way too much and playing pool.
That was
Playing
your.
pool and drinking.
So you're good
Drinking
at
too
pool.
much. Yes, playing pool and drinking too much.
Mm. So you got a lot of trouble.
And then I started DJing the house parties, but like at my DJing the house parties just meant playing the music. There was no deep turntables and anything like that. I was just the vibe setter. you know.
So is that what got you into what got you into writing?
Hey, turntables or not, sounds like a DJ to me.
For real. So with doing that, did that get you into like writing and thinking more outside the box?
No.
All right. So what got you to the point? Hey, I want to write.
What got me into writing?
Yes.
I finally got out and I was angry and I was drinking and I was blogging before blogging was blogging.
Blogging before blogging was blogging.
Yes, I was blogging before was blogging. I was blogging before anybody knew what blogging was. And I was just doing it and everything drunk and everything like that. And then a whole bunch of people started doing it and then it became a name called blogging. I was just doing something.
That was like in the early 2000s, right?
What he's saying is he's a trendsetter. Y'all be dropping shit.
No, I just set trends for the trendsetters.
oh shit, okay. But AB said that was like your early 2000s. So
Yes.
let's not get too far ahead. So military wise, did you get deployed? Like, how was the military life for you?
It was a blast.
You had fun?
Yes.
What kind of areas did you go to?
It depends. On the ship, the USS Carl Vinson, in 2000, we got deployed. We were on deployment during 2001 to the Arabian Gulf. We were 48 hours from going through the Straits, either the Straits of Hormuz or the Straits of Juan de Fuca. I can't remember which one it is exactly. And that's when you go through the Straits and they got missiles pointed on each side and everything like that. And you got to go through general quarters and do it at nighttime and everything like that. And that's to get into the Gulf. And we were 48 hours from doing that. This is 2001. And Next thing you know, we worked that. There's a captain's call, and we're 48 hours from going through this race. There's a captain's call. He's telling us everything that's going on. We work that night. I go to sleep in the morning. I'm laying down. I hear people screaming and yelling like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" And I get out of my rack. I go over the knee knocker, and I look at the TV, and that's as the second plane is hitting the tower.
Shit.
And I'm like, "What fucking movie are you guys watching?" They're like, "That ain't a movie." We were like, "Holy shit."
So that's 9/11/01. Damn. And you woke up to that.
Yes.
So
Well,
after
I didn't technically wake up to that. I was laying in my rack because I was still partly awake because I just worked the night shift, and that
Okay.
happened in the morning, so I was still pretty much awake, just laying in my rack. I wasn't really asleep.
Okay, all right. So the steps after that, did that put y'all in like military mode or like what?
Yes, that put us in complete shutdown. They shut down communications, everything. They had another captain's call that night where the captain came down and had spoke to the entire crew, said we're on hold, we're going to see if anything happens and everything like that. That was under Captain Klingon. And then not that was September 11th, as everybody knows, that
Yeah.
under Captain Klingon. And then then we were steaming around and everything. We were getting unreps and bringing bombs on and missiles on. We were steaming around, but we didn't know what was going on.
Did that scare you, not knowing?
No,
Okay,
I
so
felt safe.
okay, that's a good thing. You felt safe.
I'm like, if you come to me, I'm in the middle of the ocean, protected by all this. If it's my fate, if this is what it comes down to, it's kind of like getting struck in the middle of like, I don't. It's kind of like the only tree getting struck in the middle of an ocean.
Okay. But you went through a lot in the military. So how long did you do? How many years?
9 years.
Okay, and you got out just because you was tired of it.
No, I got in trouble in Iraq.
Oh, you got in hold on, you got in trouble in Iraq.
Yes.
You care to explain or how you get in trouble in Iraq? That sounds like some dangerous shit.
I was working at a detainee internment camp, a prison camp at Camp Buka, Iraq in 2007 when an incident occurred and detainees threw feces at us. And so we pulled a couple of them out and gave them a beat down. Some people did Overwatch. Some people, yeah.
So you went to prison in Iraq.
No,
Okay. So they just what they was like, all right, this is it, or that was your breaking point.
that was my breaking point.
He was like, I got to get out of this shit.
It it was a big scuffle. There was a whole lot of stuff going on. It was a big mess.
So that's why you said you got out the military.
I got out because I went to UCMJ. I got under UCMJ, and I got busted down from E5 to E4. They said because of higher tenure, I couldn't re-enlist. Some people went to court martial. Some people went to court martial and got in trouble. They tried to get us for war crimes. It was a big thing back then.
Damn. So that's why you say you got out and started writing because you were angry,
Yes.
and that was your way of coping with everything.
Yes.
What do you remember? Like, what were your first rhymes like, or did you like them, or anything like that?
I
Who
don't know.
inspired you? I heard Marshall. Who inspired you?
Eminem inspires me now because Eminem inspires me now. At the beginning, it was Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang made me pick up a dictionary and really listen. They were saying stuff and the lyrics, and they made you think and made you want to do things and make you want to be smart and everything. So Eminem is now, but to me it was Wu-Tang. But my first CD I ever bought was Bone Thugs and Harmony, East Eternal, 1999.
Okay.
That was the first CD I ever purchased. The first cassette tape I ever listened to was Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style in the coat room at an elementary school. In the coat room, we were in class, and the teachers would give us break, and we had a tape recorder, and my buddy Jared, I want to say his name was Jared Curry, he had an older brother that had brought the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style tape, and we would listen to the Snoop Dogg Doggy Style tape in the coat room of the elementary school.
So, hey, when you say Bone Thugs and Harmony, did you listen to that in boot camp? Because that's around the time that dropped.
No. East Eternal 1999 did not.
Well, you went to boot camp in 2000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to boot camp July of 2000.
All right. Yeah. All right.
I graduated June of 2000.
Oh, okay. All right. Got it.
After I threw a graduation party that nobody went to.
Nobody attend?
Yeah, that's a true story.
What the fuck? How did that make you feel? How'd that make you feel? Made you write more, right?
Well, you're like, fuck these motherfuckers. So hold on. You say ain't nobody at 10. Did you feel any type of way towards your
Hold on. Did nobody attend, or did you not invite nobody?
I let people know. I let it go around the school and everything. And like mine is like the 1-2 of my close friends and like a couple of family members and shit like that. Nobody else attended. I literally threw a high school party that nobody attended.
What time was it? What location was it? Huh? It's the reason why these people didn't come, Marshall. You missing the details.
You tell the full story. So you're leaving out specifics.
What you not telling us, man?
What? That I had an open bar freaking backyard pool party that I had inviting people to and nobody went to?
That's crazy. He said he had an open bar pool party. Listen, Marshall, I wish I was your friend back then because I would have been there.
I would have been there early.
I would have been there. And once
before everybody else showed up, drinking head already. Y'all niggas is late. Y'all need to catch up.
We pre-gaming at the party already. What you talking about?
So Matt had a.
They probably didn't think there'd be alcohol at my party, but my aunt hooked me up and everything. I was like, just
so they didn't know how cool you were. Is what it sounds like, Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know how cool you were.
Yep.
It's their loss. Is what it sounds like.
So with that in the military, that influenced your writing because you had so much time after. Like you said, I got to do something with all this information, pretty much.
That and I thought it would be a great therapy.
I agree with that.
I thought it would be a great therapy. Then writing can take you to really dark places that I
Ask Edgar Allan Poe.
learned. That's then I learned writing can take you to really dark places.
Okay, so what you saying that means you've been both. You've been a both.
Yes.
you've been therapying yourself, and you've been in some dark shit too.
Yes.
Right after. Okay. Which one more you been?
The
Did
real
that go to
question,
like
the real question has writing been therapeutic for you, and has it helped?
It's
He's
a
like,
double-edged sword.
hey, honest, look, we honest on this channel. You ain't got to hold back nothing.
It's a double-edged sword sometimes.
I respect that, because when you put it on paper, it kind of it makes you face it, right?
Yes, it's a double-edged sword sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, am I taking it too far? Sometimes I'm like, why is this don't even make sense?
That's the beauty of art. It don't have to make sense to be art.
yeah? So all right. With that being said, what's your writing process? Does something just come to your mind and you write down a few things, or it come to your mind and you just can't stop until it's done?
If honestly, it depends. I've been writing something that I'll reveal later in the podcast, this show, and I keep tweaking here and there and everything, so I don't know if it will ever be done. And I got stuff that I just write, and then I got stuff that I will. If you ever seen the TV show Chuck, or with starring Zachary Levi, where he's got this thing called the intersect inside his head, where he sees something and it triggers him, and he gets this thing, and then that'll make me start writing, whether I'm watching a movie or.
I think I relate to that too. I'm pretty sure Mister relates to that because he's a poet. So I'm pretty sure he relates to that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, AB.
Sounds like he's vacuuming.
Nah, I hear that little feedback too now.
Yeah, I hear a little bit.
All right, so you get out the military, over some BS, and then you kind of focus that energy onto to putting it down on pen and paper and like writing. I guess the question I have for you is, uh, what inspires you today? What inspires you today to continue writing? Right? The military was probably like in the past or whatever, but today, like, what continues? Like, what inspires you right now?
What inspires me today?
Yeah.
It's like a game.
And when you say a game, you mean like playing PlayStation or something?
No, like playing crosswords or playing Sudoku or
Okay.
playing uh word puzzles.
Yeah.
It's a game.
I can get that. Um, I don't do spoken word myself, but I think it's a really unique art set and talent that people have, and they tap into and kind of create these stories and kind of visually, um, or through words, create a vivid picture. You know. Um, so what do you do now? Like, what's going on now? What are you working on now?
Right now, I'm working on a project that I've long been working on and everything, called Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yes.
And why is that the title? Like what like what made Stockholm syndrome be the title?
Hold on. Stockholm syndrome is a psychological response where a victim of abuse or captivity develops a bond with the abuser or captor.
Okay.
It's kind of like even though some people got in trouble for abuse, some people did some other things, some people did some other things. Our mission was to change the hearts and minds. And there were times where I was not like many of the other guards, American soldiers at the prison camp, where they were so anti terrorist and everything like that, and everything, knowing they were bad people, but automatically judging without everything. It's kind of like you're working in a prison camp and they're automatically judged and everything like that without individualizing them. So it was automatically they were your enemy and everything like that. It was so they just had negative opinions straight from the jump. So while I tried to communicate with others, that's why, like, I remember we did this one search. We went into their caravans and tore apart their mattresses and tore apart the stuff and everything like that. And I did it, and not and like long after, like not too long after that, one of the detainees, one of the prisoners, came up to me and was like, "Marshall, this is not like you. Why did you do this?" So then so from watching them in the tower, and I started studying their religion and everything. I couldn't touch a Quran in country because that would have set off World War III, and I'm not even playing. You touch a Quran in the middle of a prison camp, and I'm telling, American touches a Quran in the middle of a prison camp, it's gonna it's gonna be bloodshed. On it's a bad thing. It was a horrible thing. So, but I had an interpreter I was close to, so he started teaching me Islam. I'm sure not learning it, listening to it. I got a Quran that is being played underneath my tower. It's 18 hours a day. I'm sitting in a tower 6 hours a day, listening to the Quran on thing. So I started studying Islam a little bit, and that's where the Mad Hatter became in. That's where I started writing, and I started noticing, and that's where the Mad Hatter came in.
Okay.
So Marshall is my Christian name, and Mad Hatter is my Islam name.
Okay. Okay. Because I was gonna ask about that too, because I was like, oh, that kind of look, like almost Arabic a little bit. From like I used to live overseas for a while, so I'm familiar with like the naming structure. How has your practice of Islam influenced like any of your writing styles right now?
Honestly, this might sound crazy, but after I got out, and for a while, I still list. I had a Quran on my on a different tablet at the time that was audio. I would still listen to that and as during my journey, and I don't want to quote anything in it because I listened to the Arabic version. I've never seen an English Quran. I've never touched an English Quran, but I know I can translate it. I can't speak it, but I know if I'm hearing it, I know what you're saying.
Right.
I know that much.
And they say Arabic is one of the hardest languages to learn, right? Because it's so.
The detention camp I was at, over 100 languages were spoke.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Shit.
You weren't in like Guantanamo Bay or no stuff like
I
that.
was in
where
a
you-
place that was kind of worse than Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, it was a black site.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a whole other topic in itself.
Yeah, that's like
Because I want to ask a lot of questions, but we'll say those questions
talk.
for the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you can't really talk a lot, but you know you can. I mean, you know, you can probably vaguely skim over. You know,
Water it down. Yeah. Let's water it down a little bit.
Vaguely. I mean, we all got to talk about that right now. But that is interesting. Like I would like to deep dive into that one day. Because I like stuff like that, right? Just seeing how people different experiences. You know, I used to be in the military too, so and I work with the military all the time. So I see stuff. I know stuff that kind of goes on. A lot of stuff I can't really speak on either.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand.
Mm-mm-mm.
So what you got for us today? Like, what do we do? Like, do you have anything prepared for us today, or
Yes.
because I want to hear how all these influences, you know, your military experience, your background in the military, and then how you kind of transition to like Islam a little bit, and how all that kind of plays in part. And I think our audience kind of want to hear a little bit of that too, right? Yeah. Would y'all agree? I mean,
Absolutely.
You ready?
Be ready. Hold on. Let's put you. Let's blow you up real big. Where it's all you, baby. Do your thing, Maddhadduh.
Just rang in the New Year's. Happy New Year's. Ab BheeYou. People getting ran down. Way to plow into the new year. We're off to a great start. The confetti hasn't even stopped falling. The body's already dropping, scattering the ground without a champion being crowned. What makes this a new year? A date, a time? When is the date and time for a new year when the last won't be like the future in this present state of mind? We need to organize, harmonize, revolutionize. Like Mother Earth revolving around the sun, rotating around the heat, while staying chill, miles apart from each other, surfaces but close be enough to collide. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm getting,
You got it, baby. You got it. Take your time.
let me wet my lips. I'm exploding on the scene live like video of a Cybertruck. Now that's what I call a cyber attack. Done by
Yeah.
Motorola. Metro outside the original range of location allocations.
Mhm.
Ignited by soldier power. Solar flares raining green beret down from above from a Trump hotel tower. More losses from vague hits in the city of Vegas. United States acting like Daddy Warbucks, funding every other country's conflicts. Now starring as Orphan Annie, Vladimir Zelensky. Fortune 500 companies with billionaire 500 CEOs expecting their subordinates to put in maximum effort for minimum wages. Minimal effort. I know what I'm worth, and it's more than a nickel and diamond going on in this franchise for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. That is Maddhadduh Marshall right there. You better put some respect on his name.
I like the delivery. It's different, but it's like good. I like the delivery. And it makes you have to listen to understand it, actually. Mister, where we left off? Okay.
You said what now?
Where we left off.
Questions. Love that, brother. So let me ask you, can you how do you think storytelling helps bridge gaps in between communities, especially between veterans and civilians?
That's a good question.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of stories that have yet to be told
Right.
on many fronts. I think the movies just keep making the same movies. I don't think there's been enough said about the Vietnam War and what has gone on over there. I think that's still a hidden secret. I think that's still hidden gems in that conflict. I think there's still stories to be told within the military that they they, they want art and everything, and they want to see things and evolutionize. Military people are very quick on their feet and quick to quick to act and have to think real fast. So
Yes.
I think with that, they're good for figuring out like new ways to do things in art and everything. I think they're always being creative. So I think there's many people, like I got friends who make these really nice pens. He's a really nice artisan who makes these really nice pens and everything.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Inspired. So let me ask you, what role do you believe mental health plays in both military life and your creative process or a creative process?
Say that again because
It says,
it sounds like we're going back to the same
oh,
question of how writing goes can take you to a right place or it can take you
right.
to a
It
dark
says,
place.
well,
It's
it says
kind of,
so the question is, what role do you believe mental health plays in both military life and the creative process?
I think it plays a big role. If 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 people have trauma from their family and are creating art and everything like that, so add in somebody that escaped their family because of trauma, just to
Mhm.
go experience more trauma, and
Right.
now they're creating art.
That's
Yeah.
deep. That's deep. That's some deep shit right there.
Thank you. See, this is why we ask these questions.
Yeah, that was deep. Yeah.
I love that response.
Mm-hmm.
How has your experience in Rhode Island shaped your identity as both a veteran as a writer? And as a writer, should I say?
I'll always know who I'll be here.
Right.
It's where I grew up. I know how I'll always picture myself here. So
Nice. You
I
go
know
ahead.
how I feel when I walk around. Even like there's people I haven't seen in years and everything like that, and I know what they're gonna remember me looking as, and
Yes.
that's what keeps me going. Because there are people that I haven't seen in years like that. I am not the same fucking person I was back then.
Absolutely. Yeah. Keep your foot on their neck.
And with that being said, not to cut you off for your questions, Tonio, Mister
Yeah, you're right.
Marshall, you left Rhode Island just to go find yourself. And what made you go back?
Mm,
Because you're
good
back.
question.
You're in Rhode Island now, still, right? Now you're
Yes,
back. Okay, what made you go back?
I got sick of living on the street and sick of living in rehab facilities and homeless shelters.
Even after you left Orlando?
I went back to California.
When you left Orlando, because that's when I met you in Orlando.
Yeah,
Okay,
after I left Orlando, I went back to California.
I didn't really know too much about this part. Okay, what made you go? Hold on, what? You ain't tell me all this shit. Hold on. What made you go to Cali?
It was just
Music,
time. It
music.
was just time. It was yeah,
It was music
music,
to
and
pursue
it was
music.
time. I I had what my mental state of mind was not the greatest at the time and everything like that. So what my vision was and what I was thinking was two different things.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I ended up getting 5150 outside of Interscope and Def Jam Records and brought to a mental facility, the Los Angeles Brentwood VA facility, after getting arrested outside of Interscope Records.
Oh
Look at
shit!
that.
Yeah, hey, hold on. Hey, that's
Hey.
that's consistency. Hey, you're a strong man. You pursuing.
Hey, look, and you better now. So, for someone who may be in that same situation, but may be able to hear your message, what do you have to say to encourage someone who may be going through substance abuse or going through being homeless or feeling like no one support them, like that, and dealing with childhood traumas and things of that nature? Like, what would you what words of encouragement could you give that person?
One day at a time.
One day at a time.
1 second at a time. Take it one breath by time.
Yes, absolutely.
And the whole
And if
time.
you take it
Go
one
ahead.
breath by time, and if you have to hold your breath a little bit longer before you get your next breath just to calm down, do it.
Do it.
I gotta write that. Where my pen at? I gotta write that one down. I got it. I remember that. I typed that shit in. I need that. All right. So with you, not to talk about it too much, but you left the military. Obviously, they're paying you, but you were still homeless. So how does that play a part? Where do they have to take better care of veterans?
Yes, they have to take care of better veterans, but they also have to take better care of the rate increases, the rent increases on apartments. They shouldn't be. If you're just paying $3,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment where the guy doesn't fix anything and the heat don't work and this, that, and the other thing.
That's robbery.
Yes. But people just don't want a roof. People want a roof over their head.
Absolutely. To me, I'm from the South, and so when I meet people from up north, and especially New York, and they say that I pay $1,500 for a studio apartment, that's crazy, because I'm, $1,500 in Fayetteville can get you a 2-3 bedroom place, maybe with a garage.
Yep.
So for $1,500, then you're in a studio apartment, barely making it. You know what I'm saying? And minimum wage is still not risen. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
I think I'm in Texas right now, and Texas has the same minimum wage as North Carolina, and it's $7.25. To me, no one in America can make it off $7.25 and 40-hour check. There's no home that you can purchase for that price.
No.
So why is
No.
that the minimum wage? To me, if you're going to raise the cost of living, you should also raise the increase of pay, because you have an influx and an imbalance, and then you wonder why so many people are wanting. I'm not justifying it because I don't agree with it, but then you wonder why people scam and try to find other ways to manipulate money, because it's so hard to be legit.
I agree. I agree 100%. And that's my thing. It's like they're getting paid as, huh?
And excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, BheeYou. And in saying that, I'm also the same person that feel like I hate a thief. Excuse me, I don't hate a thief. I very dislike a thief. I don't think that I think I work too hard for my things and somebody come and take it, you know. But I understand why the takers take, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Because you don't know who you're stealing from. I could have spent my last, and I'm the hardest working man, my last from my family. You just took it
But
from me.
I hate to say it, in the ugliest of truths, I haven't met many people who just stole just because they wanted to. Most people steal or do things because they have to. They feel like that's their only way of survival. Now, I don't justify their survival tactics, But some people in their mind, they feeling like this is how I survive. A person who sells drugs, they feel like I need to continue to sell drugs to maintain my income to take care of the people that I take care of. No one looks at the people that the person take care of. Everybody looks at how it affects the community. Now, I don't agree with it. I'm not justifying it, but let's just, being on both sides of the spectrum, I understand both sides, even though I don't agree with both sides.
Hey, just to piggyback off that, that comes with I was watching a news story the other day. The man robbed the bank just to get funds for his because his daughter cancer surgery.
I heard that.
Yeah, and then it wasn't successful, but they started a GoFundMe for him in his attempts. So
Yeah.
there comes
Because people are
they get it, they understand, like you said.
yes sir, yes sir.
Hmm.
So did anyone see the news about this Cybertruck bombing? Anybody hear about that?
I seen it.
Since it's current, how you feel about that, Maddhadduh?
We can't. It's a lot going on with where did he get radicalized, what made him do it, and everything like that.
Right.
I think fighting a war for so long, a 20-year war, that we pull out of a country looking as horribly as we did in Afghanistan, the way that plane looked and the way that the bomb went off outside the airport, killing even more people, and the way it looked and everything, that was just a fucking mess.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of people that are upset with a lot of things. And I think they're stuck. I think they come back to a country where they're fighting a war and doing this, that, and the other thing, and then they come back to this country and they see this going on and this, that, and the other thing, and I think I don't know if they're real supporters or if they just got a flag and went to a couple of dark websites and everything like that, and decided they wanted to make a statement and didn't know any other rebellious groups.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of people that want to make statements and everything like that, but there's no. I Like I said, I think we need to organize.
Yes.
They don't. It's kind of like they should have been part of the January 6th insurrection or something like that, or I don't know.
Right.
Or
Hey,
maybe
so
not,
are you
considering
connecting
they
that with
had
the New?
bombs.
Are you connected that with the New Orleans drive-through as well, or?
I
They're saying that they're connected. They're saying that the guys know each other apparently.
yes.
That's what I'm asking. And the weird thing is, like, the dude drove Elon Musk shit to Trump's building,
Yes.
and those guys are like that, So that's
Yes.
shit to think about too.
And
Like,
who
you rented a Musk shit
drives
to
that
drive into
vehicle?
Trump shit.
Who drives that type of vehicle to just suicide themselves? Come on, man. It's just too much. Too much don't sound right, bro. And it's like, and if you have any type of mind of your own, you're gonna have a lot of unanswered questions.
Yes, definitely. But that shit makes you think. Elon Musk truck into Trump Towers, and them niggas is like that. You gotta think about that.
And listen, and this is what 2 weeks before the 22nd before he takes off.
Yeah. Think
All right.
about that.
He
Then
could
you
have been an
have
anti-Trump supporter,
I don't
Yeah.
So I think he was aiming for Trump and Elon Musk for the results of the election that just happened, and Elon Musk's new status in the government now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I
hey,
think
Department of
but hold up, but that was a promotion for Elon Musk then, because after that motherfucking truck, that truck still looked good as fuck. All that shit that went down, the truck still looked good. That's good promotion.
I mean, it was built that way. I think it was purposely built in a way because at first they were saying it can stop bullet holes, right? Like people
Yeah.
shoot at it, it wouldn't penetrate the truck, and bulletproof glass and nothing like that, right? Or stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I just think that was a target for or that's because of the reason why that happened is because I think he was upset about the outcome of the election.
That makes
now
sense.
I can't really confirm or deny that, but it kind of makes sense, right? You take a Tesla truck to a Trump hotel, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you have the background between Trump and Elon Musk, where Elon Musk strongly supported Trump in this next election because he wants to be able to deregulate the U.S. government. Not necessarily deregulate, but reorganize, right? He was saying that there's like 400 and some different DoD departments, and a lot of them are useless, right? It takes so long to get stuff done. We had a conversation about immigration and stuff like that a long time ago. Like, it should be no way that you have to pass through all these different entities, and everybody is slow. Everybody that works for the government that I know doesn't really give a fuck, except military people. But if you a DoD civilian, try working with some of them. And that's just whether it's the VA program or anything like that. Like, it takes a long time for stuff to get approved. So I mean, I think it's going to be a good thing and a bad thing, right?
So, our premise of our whole thing is art for change. That's the name of our podcast. In what ways will you art for change? Maddhadduh. What change would you like to see in given the opportunity to create change with your platform? What direction are you taking us?
I'm just the artist. Art, I can't tell you where it should go. Art is to be interpreted. It's you to tell me.
Yeah.
I'm just the artist. I tell you, like Jay-Z said in the Renegade lyrics, I just give you a twist with just his ghetto point of view.
Right.
I just give you my twist with my just twisted point of view.
Absolutely.
And art is to be interpreted by you and everything. Who am I to tell you how it's to be? That's up to you.
How it moves you. Right. I get that. I respect that. How do you feel? In what ways would you like to impact people with your art?
If I can educate while cracking childish jokes and being funny, if I can, okay, I was thinking about this earlier. If you think about a Disney movie, they add in childish lines for the kids.
Yes.
And they add in adult lines for the adults, right?
The adult has to watch it with their children, right?
Yes, because the adult has to watch it with their children. If I can throw in things for the kids to learn, as well as things for the adult, I don't want to do pop. That sounds like pop and everything like that. I don't want to be pop, but if I can make the kids think and everything like that, and also make the adults feel something too.
Right. So for you, that's
because you can say it's for the kids. You can say, "Oh, that's too much for the kids," but go on a gaming thing and start gaming with a kid, and then nothing but kids and everything. And what they're saying to each other, I'm getting censored for, because these little brats are going off on each other in these video games. I don't care what you say. I called the kid. I said, "You acting like a whiny little bitch," and then I had to retract it because I felt bad, because I'm like,
yeah, but that same kid to say, "I fucked your mom."
Yeah, exactly. These kids are wilding out on these gaming sites. These little kids are wilding out on these gaming things and everything like that, like for real. But
do you think that has an influence with street violence, like the Grand Theft Autos and all that, with street violence with kids?
So you're saying the video games?
Yes. Grand
Okay.
Theft Auto. Like, do you think that has a lot to do with that?
Hmm.
On top of rap music.
Grand Theft Auto and rap music, and no,
Influencing street violence and
no,
kids.
no,
You
no,
don't
I
think
don't.
so? No.
No,
I think so.
because what do kids play when they're little kids? When they were playing outside? Army. I want to be a soldier. Let's play army. Let's play cowboys and Indians. Let's play
That's a
this
good
and
point of
that
view.
and everything. It was. Let's play this, that, and other thing. They're not playing. Let's play house. Let's play this.
Oh no, playing army, you're killing niggas. Playing
Yeah,
cowboys and Indians, you're
exactly.
killing. Hey, so
Exactly.
I
You
don't know.
see, you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying
Mm.
in them
I think it. I think
or
it's
other things that
necessary.
impresses it before the music.
Yeah, other
Right.
things in person before the music.
Right. I
Mm.
respect that. Because it's on the TV. You know, video game. It's a lot of influences. Is what he's saying. I respect that. Other
Any of you got sons? They like Nerf guns.
Yeah. I mean, I have a 2-year-old little boy, and he has a drill he has a tool set that I bought him for his birthday, and he takes his drill around and be like, "Pow, pow, pow, daddy," and me, "Oh, you got me," So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Mm.
Hey, good kid, Mad City. Hey, my kid got Nerf guns, and that nigga go shoot me. His name is MJ Marquise Jr. So yeah, he go shoot. Yeah, damn. Hey, that's funny. Cause I was watching. Speaking of my kids, we was watching the movie, and I asked him like, well, one of my oldest, like, what's like one of the worst ways to die? Cause we watching somebody drowned, and that was a very tough question, and I still don't know how to answer that question.
The worst, what the
One
worst
of
way imagination
the
to.
the worst way to die.
Mm. I don't know what the worst way to die is, but I could tell you if I had to choose how I would have to leave this earth. My and if I had
in my sleep.
exactly, of course, exactly.
Yeah,
If I had to choose, I would want to go in my sleep. I would want to not know nothing. I don't want it to be. But you know what? You
it's
know what?
peaceful in your sleep. You
It's
can
peaceful.
just go. It's peaceful. Just go in your sleep, and it's peaceful.
I told him. Hey, I told him my oldest. I think she said burning. I told him drowning.
Yeah, right. Well, they
Drowning.
say,
You, huh?
but you know what? Honestly, bro, um, I think okay. And now, if we getting way off topic, but if to answer the question, um, I think being eaten alive by something would be a fucked up way to go.
Oh shit! I ain't thinking about that.
I think the slower the worse. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like if you're in a situation where you know you about to die, that's mentally messed up for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think if it's quick and fast, I mean, I think it's kind of, you don't feel no pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's
Honestly.
slow, like getting eaten alive by something, you
Right.
out there in the
Yeah.
jungle
They got to
trying to
be.
be
Like he eats
trying
your
to be
arm still alive, feeling him still trying to gnaw the rest of your fucking body. Like that's so
Yeah.
that's the worst. That got to be the worst.
yeah.
Yeah. And I brought that. I brought that up for a reason, and I
Oh
brought
wait.
that up because of what the hell? I brought
I
that
got
up for a reason.
I mean, shit. I got it. What you want? What's the reason?
That comes with PTSD,
Mm.
and that's why
What?
I brought that subject up. That comes with PTSD. Marshall, did you had PTSD coming home,
Yes.
and I'm pretty sure you lost some friends due to it as well.
Yes.
Does it take a lot of strength, or like have you ever tried? Let me know if I'm going too deep, but have you ever thought about it, or what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes to what? I
Yes,
just
I've thought about it.
okay.
Yes, I've attempted.
You've
Oh, wow.
attempted? Oh,
Yes.
so attempted is like, well, if you come overseas,
Yeah,
come from over
valid.
pill whites.
Ask you guys some BU first.
Say again.
That's on you, Mister.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, I'm saying say again.
He asked him what you said, BU, because I
All
interrupted.
right, so that comes with the easiest way for, like you said, so it's just like pill whites. You say you attempted, and you had friends who you lost, like, and you regret the attempts or attempt? Do you regret it?
I regret it now, as I'm older and
Wiser.
wiser. But I think it was something I had to go through.
Absolutely.
Mm,
I
okay.
respect. I respect that.
Yes, me too. Yes,
Yeah, I respect that
that's deep.
because I mean, as awful as that sounds, and God forbid, thank the Lord that it was unsuccessful. As awful as that sounds, like our struggles and our challenges in life defines us. So like I tell people all the time, we have this conversation, BU, that valley lows can show you things about yourself that mountain tops can never. You know,
Yes, and
um,
you taught me something when you said that. Yes.
yeah. For
Mm,
me, um, it's almost a bittersweet situation. You know what I mean? Because like I don't like such certain things that I've done in my life, but like Marshall just said, I feel like even the fuck ups, excuse my language, had to happen the way it had to happen for me to be who I am today.
yes. Yes. Hmm.
So set hats off to you living and breathing and being awesome, Mr. Maddhadduh Marshall.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't gonna say I never thought about it. That I
Because
mean,
we had a conversation the other day, mental health in men, like that shit is very
yeah.
real. And a lot of men don't feel like we have an outlet to talk to.
Mm.
So during this, so now that we just had a conversation about you may have had a failed attempt of suicide. What did you have someone to talk to, or do you feel like because you didn't have someone to talk to, it made what driven that more as a
I
man?
didn't have anybody to talk to.
Exactly. And see, that's
I didn't think
I
anybody
think it's the
understood what
biggest
I
part.
was going through.
Absolutely.
I don't think I understood it completely, and I don't think if I tried to and understood anybody if I told them what was going on, and when I did tell people what they were going on, they would just lock me up and everything. So sometimes you do what you have to do to just make it so they release you again, and you go back to doing what you do again,
Fake it till you
and
make it.
that's yeah, fake it till you make it. and
Absolutely.
and so they would okay, and then I'm released and everything, and I'd be back out still searching for what I'm searching for.
Absolutely.
So at that moment, when I met you, because we clicked when I met you, we clicked, and I think me and you is like me and Tony. It's like a yin and yang. We cared for each other, like we looked after each other. So that was after that moment, right, Marshall? Pretty much that was after the moment when I met you, because you was just you was in a stable state when I met you, and then yeah, I see your profile. I was like, yo, this I ain't getting on this nigga bad side. That nigga
I don't
talking
know
like
if I
that.
was in a stable state when you met me. I was in a better place. I was I was in a much better place. Yeah, I want to be stable, not as stable as I am today, but I
Yeah.
was definitely in a much better place.
And we had talks like this. I would talk to you.
Yeah, I was just coming from Aurora, Colorado, VA halfway house, and I got my stuff to start school and everything like that.
And that's when I know you
That
started writing.
yeah,
Yes.
yes,
And you had the whole studio set up in the house. I
yes,
recorded one of my mixtapes at your house, I believe.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then I started to spiral out because I stuff was going on. Like
But
my writing started to. I started what things I started thinking my head things in my head one night and everything. Cause like I think I'm worst when I'm alone.
yeah,
When I'm
but
alone for
you
too
hey,
long in writing and everything like that. And then I started thinking too much and I got like I paranoid. You want to talk about paranoid? And that's why I
mhm.
think I broke everything in the studio that night.
yeah, hey, Tonyo, he had
Yeah.
me like, cause I kind of had somewhere to stay, but not really. So I would stay with him just to calm him down. He had is paid for military thing. We slept different places, but just to be there for him, like, I would stay with him, like, and then he's gonna go the fuck off. Hey, he gonna snap, and he would look at me like, I'm like, nigga, calm down. And he's like, all right. He just needed somebody there. That's it.
Yeah. Man,
That's
everybody
it.
needs.
I'm like, yo, nigga, calm the fuck down, nigga, because I don't want to hear this shit either. So, and then but we needed each other because I was halfway in between moving out from this shit, some And I was like, all right, nah, I was halfway moving out of somewhere, and then
Oh,
yeah, so Marshall's like, yo, just we help each other, because we had talks like this all the time, me and Marshall, every
You
time.
want to hear a story? Before I met you, right? I'm in Aurora, Colorado, at a halfway house VA facility, right? Getting some help, right? And me and this buddy of me and another guy there, we wanted to go see the midnight showing of Batman.
okay.
So we couldn't go see the midnight showing of Batman because there was a midnight curfew. So we had to be back by midnight. So they didn't let us go see Midnight Batman. So, and the place was on the Colorado University Buffalo's hospital campus.
Right.
So I woke up that night to sirens going off all night. And I'm like, what the hell's going off with the sirens? I ended up finding out that the Aurora, Colorado shooting happened.
Wow.
Like, and they were bringing in victims and everything like that.
Yes. How
So
about that?
that's a
So I
blessing.
was, so they didn't let me go to go see Batman when
Same
they
night.
had
It had the
the
film.
night of the Aurora shooting
That is
in
crazy.
Colorado.
All right, with
How
that
about
attitude, would you try to save niggas? He like, nah.
I can't say what I would do right now. I
Yeah.
can't say what I would do.
No, no, you was a mother, you was a damn boy back then. At least when I met you. Yeah, you was a damn boy. Now they're drinking this cold. All right.
Go ahead, get your head right, brother.
Hey, how's the weed out there?
Really good. It's legal.
Hey, we legal up there in Rhode Island. You can pay man how to visit. It's nothing like being in a dispensary, bro. If you're a herbalist, uh, going to a store and being able to pick your
They're
medicine?
so nice in my dispensary. I swear to God, they're the nicest people
The
out of all
nicest
the
customer
stores
service
I fucking
ever.
go in.
Yes.
I
They
go to,
always
I go to any other store. They're rude, ignorant, mad, pissed off, ticked off. I go to dispensary. They're nice.
they so
But then
nice.
again,
You gotta think they lifted. Like what? That'd be nice too. Like, I'm smiling the whole time.
They're giving you free
nice.
smells. Yeah.
Honestly.
Telling
Because
you
I
which
know
one.
you coming in there, you're gonna buy something regardless.
Oh yeah. You buying something. You buying something. But like, swiping your car for some medicine, it's nothing like that feeling. It's like,
Yeah.
man, you know how much sneaky shit we used to have to do for this? We need to
Honestly.
swipe like
Just for a nickel bag at that.
yep. Oh man. So yeah, it's pleasant. Even the ride home is pleasant. It's like, man, shit. Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's dope.
we safe,
I
honestly.
can't wait to North Carolina adapt to those same circumstances.
See, that's part of the Southern drinkers. You guys are part of the South and the Southern drinkers.
Yes.
The whiskeys, the bourbons.
Yes, the moonshines.
I like
the
tequila.
The distilleries.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
And
and
what's
then
funny?
it go then you can even go deeper to the wheat fields and
Yes, sir. There's some growers out here, that's for sure. There's a lot of land out here, that's for sure.
I'm surprised you ain't grew a plant yet, Marshall.
I've never had a green thumb.
Okay.
I've never been able to keep plants alive, but then again, I've never really tried either. I've never been into.
You got a lot of time
I've never
now.
been into botany.
Okay. You'd rather buy it and get it out the way.
I'm really good at smoking it, though.
Is there any other authors or artists that you really are inspired by?
Right now?
Yeah.
My favorite artist right now is probably out of the new school. Is probably You're gonna make me think. You got I love Kendrick. I like Cole.
Listen to the new album.
Yes, I've listened to Kendrick's new album. I've listened to
I got a question after this
I've
question.
listened to Ice Cube's new album. I've listened to Snoop Dogg's new album. I've listened to LL Cool J's new album. I've listened to Fat Joe's new album. But my favorite album, honestly, is Redman's Muddy Waters 2.
Hey.
Okay.
Redman, shout out.
But Skyscrapers on Missionary is really good. I like Method Man's
Snoop Dogg shit, yeah.
Yeah, Method Man's verse on Missionary on Skyscrapers is really good. I really like that Party Up anthem they got on Muddy Waters 2 with Shaq and like Lords of the Underground, Remy Ma. They got literally everybody on this song.
I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard that one.
That song is wild. It's definitely it takes you back. It's an old school. It takes you back to an old school
like
jam,
right?
Huh?
It gives you like a 90s feel, right?
Yeah, it gives you a real old school feel. I love that song.
Like with that being said, you said you love Kendrick and you love Cole. You left Drake out. Why? That's the big three, right?
Who's big three?
I'm just saying. That's what everybody say.
Who's everybody?
Hey, the mass. All right, the masses. Who's the masses?
Do with the masses. I don't follow the masses.
Okay, so I'm asking you: Is that the big three?
Who's your big three?
Who's my big three?
All right. Between
your
them,
big three.
Hold on. Before that, between them, top three of them.
Big three.
I wouldn't even put Drake the top three of anything. Drake is an R&B singer to me. Drake is an R&B singer to me. He tries to act like tough guy, and it just never plays off for me. I just don't see it. Canadians are too nice. You can't be a tough guy. And it seems to be like everybody from Canada seemed to come over and try to take over. Justin Bieber, Drake, Ryan Reynolds, they're all Justin Bieber. I don't get it. No, I don't need that shit. I don't need gangster rap going from Compton to this wannabe in Toronto that I don't need that shit. I don't need rap ran by Toronto. I don't need rap ran by Toronto. Fuck that.
Hey man, you gotta watch out for them guys from Vancouver, man.
You close. Hey, you close, boy. You close. We gotta bleep out where he at. We gotta bleep out where he at.
That's great. I might even be French Canadian. I'm a mutt for all I know. I might even be French Canadian for all I know. I don't care. I don't live up there. He wants to dominate rap and everything. Rap about mooses and freaking mounties and freaking whatever goes on in Canada. Don't speak about some real stuff. Don't be coming up here talking about the club every single time about drinking. How many songs can you write about drinking? You should be in country if you're gonna write about drinking.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong at all. He's not wrong at all. You got anything else you want to share with us, man, before we close out our show tonight? Drop your socials for the people, man. Tell us where to find you. What are your future endeavors? When you want to drop your book or an album, or what can we expect for Mad Hatter in the future?
Hopefully an EP if it all works out.
Yes, sir. No. Not a hopefully.
It's going to work out.
EP when it works out. That's how we're talking on this channel. Let me hear it.
EP when it works out. It works out.
Yes, EP when it works out. Absolutely. And it's going to work out. Give me something else, Marshall. I know you got something else.
All right. I got my Twitter at Maddhadduh Marshall, but Marshall is MAHSAL, because all the old Maddhadduh Marshalls, if you go searching for them, are my old accounts that I can't get back into anymore and everything. So if anybody is in IT and can unlock them, or if Elon Musk is watching and wants to let me back into old Twitter, and if Mark Zuckerberg and all them want to let me back into old accounts, I'd really appreciate it. Because those are my accounts. I just can't remember the emails from 18 times ago because I get so many emails, and you need 87 passwords and you need your face. That's why I'm glad I don't have to break into anybody's phone, or else I'll have to cut your face off just to get into your phone.
What the fuck?
You get his point. I get his point. It's a dark humor joke, but I get his point. Yeah.
No, I get it.
The thing is for real. Like everything is face recognition. You know.
Yeah, I can get it to my bank. Like literally, it is crazy. But are you?
I'm gonna steal your face.
Can you be mad at
Can you be
mad at the technology, or is like it's give or take? Can't be mad at its growth.
I think technology needs to be monitored, and it's got to be monitored by the people. It's got to be monitored by everything. If AI starts running itself, didn't John Connor teach us all this about this? Didn't Sarah Connor was like trying to warn us about this a while ago? Like, I'm sorry. Like this shit starts thinking for itself. If artists start using AI to create their lyrics, who's the artist? You ain't fucking artsy at all. You're not creative at all.
This is why I asked you that.
This fucking computer that's writing it for you is fucking really creative, but you can't do a fucking thing, you worthless bastard.
Well, they just had that that whole debacle with the Writers Association because they started using AI to write like movies and screenplays and stuff like that. And
Oh,
so they
yeah.
went on strike. Y'all remember that, right?
Yes. Yes. They did go on strike. I seen the
They
strike,
went,
but I didn't know why there was a strike.
there was a strike because they started using AI and started putting these writers out of jobs.
Oh, but that's how the movies got all weak and ran down, and it wasn't no good movies for a long time. Like the Thor, Thunder and Love. I hated that movie, and I love the Avengers series, but I just think they made him very weak to be Thor. Like I just didn't like it.
All right. So with that being said, I mean, is it good or bad? Because I mean, it's gonna lose a lot of jobs, but
But a
it's
lot, it's
gonna
gonna create.
You ever
it's all
seen the
about money, pretty much. How I
You
see
ever
it,
seen the
it's money.
movie Wally? You ever seen the movie
Wally,
Wally?
yes, the robot,
Where
yeah,
everybody's fat and doesn't get out of their fucking chair and it takes them everywhere around the spaceship and there's a fucking robot looking for Earth and everything like that. That's what's gonna
Yeah.
happen to us. Keep fucking around. That's what's gonna happen to us.
Mm.
We're gonna end up like Wally. We're all gonna end up in some chair just being taken around in some spaceship while we look for some planet that has life on it.
Or we're gonna be like the movie. What's that other movie? Um,
iRobot.
Idiocracy. Idiocracy.
Okay.
We're gonna be like Idiocracy in the next couple of years if we keep this up. Because nobody gonna have to think for themselves.
Yeah,
Before we get you out of here, Marshall, we ask everyone this question that comes on this show: where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In a studio working with people that getting credits on things even if I'm not the main piece, the main figure, still getting
Right,
credentials.
getting writer credit, absolutely. Hey,
Credentials.
artists, if you're looking for a ghostwriter who is dope and you can't put all your pieces together, Mad Hatter is the man. Come holler at him. You need different concepts to expand your EP. Mr. Mad Hatter is the man to look, man. Mad Hatter Marshall is right here today. Shoot your socials one more time for us, Marshall.
That's Maddhadduh Marshall on Instagram, X. On X, it's Maddhadduh Marshall, MAHSAL. All the Maddhadduh Marshalls, like you see on your screen now, are my old accounts, and I can't get access to them. And I also live like a Stone Age, so I'm not much on social media. I live like a Flintstone.
Man, this seems unfinished, Marshall. So we definitely gonna have to have you back for part two, man. We appreciate you coming out with us tonight, man. And you have a blessed night, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up, bro.
All right.
All right, brother.
All right,
Later.
All right.
later. Be good, bro.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's another episode of Art for Change. It takes all of us collectively to make a difference. And so if you're going to art, make sure that you are for change, man. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all
You
cool,
already
Jack.
know.
Any final words for the people, AB? AB got his mute on. He talking and he got his
I got
mute
some
mic.
fighting words. Hey, I fucked up in the intro earlier. Hey, it's your boy BheeYou because that's all you gotta do is be you. God damn it.
I love it. I love it. All right, y'all, man. It's Sunday night. Y'all get to bed, man. Peace and love, everybody. Man, don't
Right.
forget to like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And make sure that you can, if you don't catch us live, you can always follow us on YouTube. And you can also catch us on the audio if you got time and you want to just hear us in your ear on the go. We're on all your podcast networks at Art for Change Podcast, Spotify, Apple Store, man, you name it, we're on it. Peace and love, everybody. And we
Hey,
out.
share them links. Share them links.
Share them links, like, subscribe, man. Peace and love, y'all.
All right.
All right. You're not. It's not ended yet. So